Ever wonder what it really took to be a Spartan? Forget the movies. The truth is far more intense, more brutal, and honestly, more fascinating. In the next few minutes, we're diving deep into the 6 most shocking realities of Spartan life. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 1. It's a detail about their battles that changes everything you thought you knew. Let's start with how they were raised. Spartan life was a training program from birth. At just 7 years old, boys were taken from their families and entered the Agoge, a state-sponsored military academy. This wasn't just school. It was a grueling 13-year ordeal designed to forge them into perfect soldiers. They were deliberately underfed to encourage them to steal food, teaching them stealth and resourcefulness. If caught, they were flogged, not for stealing, but for being careless enough to get caught. This system weeded out the weak and ensured only the most resilient survived. It was a harsh reality, but it created the most feared warriors of the ancient world. So, what did these warriors eat? Their diet was as disciplined as their training. The staple meal was a foul-tasting black broth called melas zomos. It was made from pig's blood, pork, salt, and vinegar. Sounds delicious, right? It was intentionally unappetizing to teach self-control and prevent overindulgence. A visiting dignitary once tried it and famously said, "Now I understand why the Spartans do not fear death." They also ate barley, cheese, figs, and wine, but luxury was despised. For a Spartan, food was purely fuel, not pleasure. This strict diet kept them lean, mean, and always ready for a fight. Now, let's talk about their training. It was relentless and all-encompassing. Beyond the physical conditioning, running, wrestling, and weapons practice, they endured constant tests of pain and hardship. One notorious ritual was the diamastigosis, where adolescent boys were publicly flogged at the altar of Artemis Orthia. The goal was to withstand the beating without crying out. It was a brutal test of endurance and a public display of their unwavering toughness. Their entire education focused on military excellence. They learned to read and write, but only enough for practical purposes. Everything, and I mean everything, was geared towards becoming the ultimate soldier. What about their famous look? The iconic red cloak, or phonikes, wasn't just for style. Red was chosen for a chillingly practical reason. It concealed blood. In the chaos of battle, a Spartan didn't want his enemies, or his comrades, to see if he was wounded. It maintained an image of invincibility. Underneath, they wore little to no armor besides a bronze helmet. A breastplate for officers, greaves for their shins, and of course, their heavy hoplon shield. This shield was their most important piece of gear. A Spartan mother would tell her son, "Return with your shield, or on it," meaning return victorious or die trying. Losing it was the ultimate disgrace. How did this small city-state dominate Greece? Their secret weapon wasn't just individual strength, it was the phalanx. This military formation was a wall of shields and spears. Spartans drilled endlessly to perfect it. Each soldier's large shield protected not only himself but also the man to his left. This created an unbreakable bond and a nearly impenetrable defensive line. Their discipline was legendary. While other armies might break and run, the Spartans would hold their ground, trusting the man next to them with their life. This collective strength and unwavering discipline allowed them to defeat armies many times their size. And finally, the most surprising fact, how they actually fought. We imagine chaotic one-on-one duels, but the reality was more like a violent, coordinated shoving match. The phalanx would advance, and the front ranks would use their large, heavy shields to literally push the enemy line backward, trying to break their formation. The goal was to create gaps, knock soldiers off balance, and then finish them with their short swords, or zyphos. It wasn't about heroic duels. It was about systematic, brutal teamwork. The sound of thousands of shields crashing together must have been terrifying. It was this organized, crushing force, not just individual skill, that made them truly unstoppable. So the Spartan legend is built on more than just muscle. It's a story of extreme discipline, sacrifice, and a society completely dedicated to a single purpose. What do you think? Could you have survived in ancient Sparta? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this fascinating, please give this video a like and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Thanks for watching.